this? Are people making money with this? The players even? Are there teams, managers, things like that too?
Yeah, so for most like esports teams, there's pro leagues in this, which are big teams that make like millions of dollars. It's like a $1 billion industry,
Wow.
because there's just so many popular games and the industry is just so large.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when you're talking that kind of money too, then you have, I suppose, like sponsorships, things like that
Yep.
people deal with. So have you, when you are in these tournaments, do you have to go anywhere, or is it just in-house?
Well, we compete in house. I mean, they host LAN events where teams go and compete. We went to one in Chicago for Valorant, and that was really cool for us. And the school paid for it, so that's really really neat. But yeah, they host them. The games we play, they don't have them as much because the LANs aren't as prevalent in NA North America as you can see in like Brazil and Europe. It depends on the game, but yeah, it's really cool.
So what game are we playing? Because it's tonight that you guys are in this championship, right?
Yep, we're going to be playing at 5 o'clock. We'll be streaming it on LATC Esports on Twitch. And if you guys want to show up at the LATC Esports Lab, that'll be great.
Cool, okay. And what game do you guys play online in the tournament?
We're playing the Call of Duty Warzone,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a 2v2.
Okay, so when it's that, does that mean you have 2 on your team and you'll have 2 versus 2 on the other team then?
Yeah, so basically we'll play on the same team, but not technically, because we're on our so me and Garrison, we're on the same team, and the opposite team, they're on their team. So it's a 2v2, and whoever gets the most kills wins.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and so basically, as far as gaming goes, there's a map, if you will, an open world. They drop you guys into it. You get a time limit, something like that, or you just kind of run around and tally up?
Yeah, so it drops us in, and we have to choose where we want to land. And every couple of minutes or so, there's a zone, and if you go into the zone, you'll take damage, and the damage increases. So it kind of moves you into a smaller circle to where you will find more people and go against more people, and then once everybody kills each other before the circle ends.
Yeah. Okay. So I've played Fortnite before,
Yes,
and that's done that, right?
Yes, it's
Okay.
just like Fortnite, but it's Call of Duty's version of it.
Okay. All right. So your danger zone or whatever gets smaller and smaller. So if you go outside that, you'll die yourself.
Yes.
So you got to keep fighting to stay alive in there. So.
Exactly. It's just there's no building in this one versus Fortnite. There's building, but yes.
Oh, okay. No building.
No building. It's just aim, and it's aim and movement and knowing the map.
Wow.
Yes.
A little bit of like you still have trees and like rocks and things like that you can kind of hide behind and whatnot.
Yes, and they have vehicles and stuff too. So,
Okay.
but vehicles could be noisy, so you don't always want to be in a vehicle.
Right.
Yep, and you always have to make a strategy throughout the game. So you have to know what spots you have to, hide and how to play it smoothly, because it becomes more challenging when it's at the end of the game.
Mhm.
It becomes more challenging, and then it becomes more difficult to win.
Yeah. So do they set this up like let's say a basketball tournament where you have seeds and you're seated here number 1? How do you guys kind of line up that way?
Going into each tournament, we have like a regional tournament and then a national tournament. So for the regional tournaments, it's just everybody plays each other once, and then it creates a leaderboard based off of the best teams. Who wins the most, who loses, will be at the bottom. And then they'll take the first seed, and I think we were the number 1 seed, right? We won the regional tournament.
We won our region, but we were number 2 overall.
Yeah, so there was one team that was undefeated. We only had, one loss?
Yeah, one loss.
So in the national tournament, we got number 1 in our region. There's 2 regions. The other team that got number 1 is placed above us. We were placed second in the national leaderboard, because it just combines the 2 regions.
Mm-hmm.
And then since we were, I think, number 1 and 2 both get buys, so we didn't have to play the first game of the national tournament. So our first game was in the semifinals instead of the quarterfinals.
Wow. That's awesome. What do you think of that, Doreen? you staying?
I think it's pretty cool.
Are you staying with me on all this?
Yes, I am. I'm hanging
You played
with
Fortnite?
No, I played that Red Dead Redemption game with my grandbaby because it's all cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm all about. But it takes a lot of talent, skill, and what you guys are learning is amazing because now with technology, like you said, you have to have a strategy. And nowadays, you got to have strategy for everything. Otherwise, you're not going to survive in this crazy world we live in. So you guys are learning skills that way. Plus, you're demonstrating your talents and how you're kick ass at the game, right?
So if you, what do you guys think about esports? Like, is this to you now? Is it like a hobby, or do you hope like it expands for you, or would you like to keep doing it? Maybe make money doing that? Or?
For me, I think I would like to see where it goes. I mean, it's pretty fascinating how the esports world is, and especially like how you can make lots of money for this. And yeah, I'm really curious how it can become.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, it was a hobby before. I've always played. I grew up playing games, but I kind of did it because they offered a scholarship for it, and it's like, why not play games as a hobby and get a scholarship for it?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a really good opportunity to meet new people and meet like staff and other people at the school, and I highly recommend it to anybody that's thinking about it.
So what if someone is not very experienced in gaming? Are there other games too that you guys do enter into? And what if you just aren't very good at it?
Yeah, we at Lake Area, it's not really like we have a set number of games that we play. If you come in and you want to join the esports program and you have a game that you want to play, we will set up and get you signed up for that game. So it's not like we just have these 3 games or these 4 games. It changes a lot based on what the students want. Like, for example, these last 2 semesters, including last year, we had our main team was the Rainbow Six Siege team. Going into next semester, we won't have a Rainbow Six Siege team just because what the students want is changing. So some players are switching games, and it's just it changes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it could be, I don't know, whatever Halo people I know are familiar with that one, or a different Call of Duty version, something like that could then become more popular. Oh man, I was going to say Candy Crush or something because I thought Doreen would be familiar with that one. But
No, I'm talking cowboy one. Red Dead
that's mobile,
Redemption.
but yeah. They do have an online version of that though, right?
Yeah, I just heard that just came out recently.
Yeah, I thought so.
See
You can do
there?
that. Yeah, there you go. Let's get a team together. We can get a twosome. So, this is, since it's Lake Area, you could be a non-traditional student as well, right? So like a 40-some-year-old dude could go to college there and then sign up for esports and take down some bad guys or whatever. Maybe win a championship.
Yeah, it's actually pretty common in some colleges. We played a little bit of Tier 2. So we play Tier 1 as like the main, it's like the highest level that we play at. But you can play Tier 2 and that's more casual. And we played some Tier 2 Overwatch, and there was some ex-professional players that there's no longer a pro league in that game. So they decided to go to college, and they were able to play for those teams because pro doesn't exist anymore, but college level still does. So a lot of pro players went back to college just to keep playing the game at a semi-professional level.
Wow, really? Very cool. And some of these players are making a little bit of money from the teams that you're playing against.
Yep, good tournaments. A lot of teams, like recently in Chicago, we talked to a team. They play in like 8 different leagues. We only play in like 2 or 3. They have 1 game every single day, and they're like number 16 in the world right now for like college teams. And it's not that they make a ton of money, but they do make some money, but most of their stuff comes in like sponsorships. Like companies will send them keyboards and mice and computers.
Yeah, sure. I suppose just like sports, they give you, a couple million, but a sponsor will give you 10 million or whatever to wear their shoes. So very cool. So let's. I'm kind of curious too. Like, talk about each. You would just talk about what do you go to Lake Area for school, and that kind of shows the diversity of who plays these games too.
I'm Garrison. I already said that, but I go to school for precision agriculture, and it's more in it's agriculture, but it's more on the side of like drones and the technology side of it, and the precision planting and using technology to make farming more efficient.
Yeah, so really, the gaming side of it, there is probably a lot of that technology that you end up utilizing, whether it's AI or how smooth you move things around and stuff. I don't think people realize how difficult that can be too when you're trying to get strategic with that.
Yes, very tedious.
Yeah. Jose, what about you?
For me, I'm a CIS student. I'm a computer information systems, so I'm a software developer, and I like coding. I'm thinking about making my own website, and maybe I'm thinking about joining Microsoft, maybe, but
So this is perfect for you. The esports is kind of right up your alley. Then, you ever thought about like making a game or anything like that?
I have one of my CIS buddies. He's currently making a game right now, and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm so down to be part of your team.
Yeah. What about apps and things like that? Have you learned how to do apps?
Not yet. I'm pretty sure that'll be like a second year thing. So I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. All right. And tell us a little bit about where you're at.
Yeah, so about the apps, I'm a second year in computer information systems. The official title of my program, or my side of the program, there's two sides of it, is software development and database administration. So we make apps, like desktop applications, like just an app that you download and you have on your computer. We can make websites, and usually they're more for like business side of stuff, not like consumer side of stuff. And databases. So I build databases. I think there's another term, it's like a database architect. We build databases and stuff like that. So apps and then the functionality of each app as well.
Wow. And when you're building an app, that's like extremely difficult, and that can be pretty tedious too, from what I understand.
Yep, it's all programming, so just code. HTML, CSS, C#, stuff like that.
Yeah, and when we're working with like Apple or Google Play, they have a lot of requirements, if you will, too, on how a lot of things have to be checked. And I was happy to see, but they a lot of child content, things like that, they check out, and all that content too.
Regulations.
Yeah. So they teach you all that at Lake Area then through part of your class?
Not as much mobile app development. I do have a mobile app development class, but I think that one's changing. It's going to get cycled out for a different class. The one that we focus on the most is like desktop stuff, so like on your computer. And that's just because like businesses, it's for stuff like that. But I do know the basics of how to make a mobile app.
Sure. So you see with AI and programming and like widgets and things, do you see those being used a lot more?
Yeah, AI is the pace at which like it's put itself into our program is pretty quick. It's very easy to use it, but you got to use it as a tool, not as like a substitute. Yeah,
there you go. So with you guys being in the fields that you're in, how do you think that AI, to many, you can't tell the difference, whether it's reading a news article that a robot wrote, or it's whatever a political figure said or did this, but they didn't actually. How do you tell when something is AI or not? Are there things that people can do, or you just I don't know, and then you check it out on Snow or something, or?
There are AI checker stuff. Like say you have a text document, you're like, oh, this maybe might be AI. There are pretty accurate like websites that you can go to for free that would like tell you if something was AI.
Okay.
And then there's also just like if you see a video, because AI is getting really good at videos, just small things. If someone has an extra finger, or if like their hair, just like the way it flows with wind or something looks off. Anything that looks off means it's probably AI.
Oh, okay.
So that AI with video, they're not required to have a watermark on there, are they?
There's like the most advanced one, I can't remember what it's called. They are required to, but that's just because like their business model requires them to. I think their legal team made them do that. Yes, Sora AI is what it's called. It's SORA. They have a watermark. It's just a big one right in the middle usually. But there's other like really good ones that are pretty close to the same accuracy that of how it looks that don't require it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think there's almost ways around everything just about anymore, watermark removers and all sorts of things.
I would almost think that if you're part of the AI and you create something really cool and lifelike, you wouldn't want somebody else copywriting it or stealing it. So you would want a watermark on it so Joe Blow can't claim it's his video, right?
Well, most of the time nowadays, people are okay with them using their video because that's just another opportunity for it to blow up somewhere else.
Oh, sure.
And it depends on the person, obviously, but I mean, if you think about it that way, it's another way for it to blow up, and they just want credit to the video.
Right, the most hits or views
Yes, exactly.
or whatever. Okay, all right.
Yeah, and it's kind of the added, I can't think of the word now, but there's no such thing as bad press,
Yeah.
Yes.
you know? So,
We'll see.
yeah, one way or another, they're going to get what they need out of it. So you guys are going to be on Twitch. That's the only stream that you guys have, right?
Yep.
Okay, and we'll get that link on there. That's going to be at 5 p.m. Central.
Yes.
Right? Okay. And so do we search Navigator, your team name?
No.
Or?
On Twitch, it's just LATC Esports with no space in between.
Okay, perfect. Or click the link that we're going to put there that I just said.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else that you guys want to make sure that you get out there or talk about, or a little shout out or anything like that before we, we kind of wrap up?
If there's anybody going to Lake area that's not sure about joining the esports team, I would completely recommend it. There's scholarships that they offer every semester that are very nice, and it's just really fun. You meet a lot of new people, you get really good connections, and there's like no harm in just joining.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised too sometimes who enjoys gaming that maybe wouldn't, and they might have that kind of, there's almost a stigma with gaming, like, oh, that's, I'm not going to enjoy that. And it's gotten so different. It makes your brain work a lot differently. I think it's kind of healthy sometimes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Did you have anything that you want to throw out there?
No, I don't know. Gaming for me is a way to de-stress. And that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Some people read. That's what I do. Like I said, don't be afraid to come and play. I mean, I met so many people through it, and it's been an awesome opportunity. And anybody can have that opportunity if you go in the Lake area.
Awesome. Very cool. Anything from you, ma'am?
No, I learned a lot and I like it.
Yes.
So I'm glad that they're going to be playing, and it'd be cool to go to the World, wouldn't it? The World Championships.
Is that what happens? Is that what's after this?
I know
No.
that there's some college teams that would compete in world tournaments, but I don't think we do.
But maybe we'll have to
Maybe
push
you'll
for
start it.
Yeah, world tournaments are usually reserved for like professional level stuff. Yeah, you'd have to be a professional to.
Yeah, that'd be more like a pro level. So I think there's, I heard there's like tournaments in Saudi Arabia, and you can make a lot of money from playing those kind of games. Yeah, it's a lot.
What is it that makes you so much better? Just because you can, you're just moving the mouse and you can see quicker, and
it's just the way you can play, the way your play style. It really depends, and you just have to be quick. You really have to know your settings, the map strategy, how to play smoothly, how to move throughout the map and not dying. So it's a lot to take in. I mean, me personally, I've been playing competitively for the last 2-3 years online. I've been to, tournaments. I've been to different kind of clans here and there. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, and it takes a lot of mental strength, and because you have to not trying to get mad at the game and all that. But
yeah, I usually either hide in a corner and shoot people as they run by, and then they go, "What's that guy doing?" I'm gotcha. Or I like just run into a room and start jumping around and like doing the somersault thing if you can, or ducking a bunch.
Yeah.
And then trying to shoot it, but I like freak out a little because it makes me nervous.
Right.
And I really like try to like chill out, like, ugh, relax. You're not really getting shot, obviously, and like you will respawn or come back to life.
Mhm.
Make sure you knew what that meant. But anyways, like it'll come up and I'm just moving my mouse around, and all of a sudden that's all I see is the screen flying all over the place, and then
Yep.
my stuff, my 4 guns I got fly out in front of me, and I'm screwed. So I'm not very good.
I think that's a lot of it is how you're able to like the difference between like the good players and the best players is just how you're able to control your emotions when you're playing. So like being able to control your nerves, and
Yes.
I know that like during Siege, that's the main game that I used to play. We would have like very stressful moments. Like me and Garrison were in a 2v5 to get into the national tournament just a month ago, and we ended up winning the round. We lost the game, but we won the round, and I remember that round. I was like, my arm was shaking because it's 2v5. There's a lot more of them than there is us.
Yeah.
But you just have to like be able to control that. Just breathe and like know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how it is in our game too. In Warzone, yeah, it gets very, very nervously at the end of the game. I mean, it's very, it's a lot.
Yeah. Well, I think you can see why I wouldn't be very good at it because I get so frustrated easy. So I play Grand Theft Auto 5 and I just load up.
I'd be hiding in the corner, ducking from the controller
That's what. Yeah. No, I
because
don't.
you'd be throwing it.
No, those are expensive, so I don't do that.
Oh, okay.
But I play Grand Theft Auto, so I can just load up with all the stuff. I was going on top of a building and just blow a bunch of cars till the cops get me, and then I'm like, phew, I feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say I think it's great that you guys are putting Lake area on the map with what you're doing. And you're also enjoying what you're doing because you've been smiling the whole time. You've been talking about it. So we wish you luck, and we'll get that link put up.
Mhm.
And hopefully folks will join in and watch and come see it too. They can come right to where you're gaming.
Yeah, we'll have the kind of by the library. There's like a little screen that we can bring down, and it's a little sitting area. So we'll have that open. It's right outside the esports room, and people can come watch. We'll be right inside the room, right next to them. You can see us through the glass window. But it'll be a little kind of like a theater almost, and you can just come and sit and watch.
Very cool. Awesome. All right. Well, there you have it. That's Lake Erie Technical College's esports team, Navigator. These guys. Check them out on Twitch tonight. We'll get the links out ASAP, and that is it from Northeast Radio SD.